Section 8.7, there are two definitions. One is determinants and the other one is the Cramer's rule. When a matrix has m rows and n columns, it's called m by n matrix, like 2 by 2 matrix. 2 by 2 matrix means 2 rows and 2 columns. 2 by 3 means 2 rows and 3 columns, and so on. Determinant, like this is 2 by 2 matrix. When we ask you to find a determinant, determinant means you cross multiply these two, A times D, minus you cross multiply these two, C times B or BC. So like here, example, we want to determine this 2 by 2 matrix would be 2 times 7 minus 6 times -5. So for that, for the homework, first, there are a couple of matrix here, 1 and 2. These are 2 by 2 matrix, and we ask you to find a determinant here. See, to find a determinant is very simple here. Is 4 times 2 minus, make sure you put a minus first, and then 2 times 9. For the second one, you multiply these two, -7 times 5 minus, is always a minus here, and 7 times 10. Okay, so that would be 35. So remember again, the matrix is AD minus BC. There is always a negative. Start with a negative between these two. We also have a 3 by 3 matrix. 3 by 3 matrix, this is a formula for it. So when you have, look, you have 3 rows and 3 columns. That's why they call it 3 by 3 matrix. 3 rows and 3 columns. To find the determinant of that, this is a formula. A1, which is the first entry, minus A2 plus A3. So for you to calculate or to find a matrix of 3 by 3, you must have this formula in front of you, because then you could tell what is A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, and C3. All right. So have that for these problems. 2, 0, 1, 1, -2. See, this is 3 by 3 matrix, right? So here, so what is A1? 2. What is A2? 1. A3? 4. B1, 0, B2, 1, B3, 6, and so on. So first, you need to identify your A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Then all you need to do is take all those numbers and plot here for all these values here. When you do that, this is what you see. This is what you see, okay? Then you have 2 by 2 matrix, 2 by 2 matrix, 2 by 2 matrix. You find a determinant of each, like what is determinant of this one? 1 times -9 minus 6 times, and then whatever the result is, you multiply by 2, you find the determinant of the second one, multiply by -1, and this one multiply by 4, but it's 0, so then this thing is gone. So what you have is 2 times -9 plus 12. This one is gone because it's all 0. This 2 is gone. So all you have is just this. So in the bracket, you have 3 and then times 2. Now there is another method, they call it Cramer's rule. This formula will solve the 2 by 2 matrix. So if you have two equations and two variables of x and y, remember x and y is the only variables here, the solution are coming from this formula. Again, you need to identify your A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, and just plug it into this formula for A, B, and C. And for that, we use it for these problems. The Cramer's rule for this one. This is problem number 5. Number 4 is the same as number 3, the determinant, so you could look at my solution later. So this is number 5. See, look, so when you identify your A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, then you just take those and plug into the formula. See, now there are ratio of two determinant. You find this, it's 132. You find determinant of this one, 22. When you divide, that's what you get. So this is, again, for Cramer's rule for determinant of 2 by 2. We just strictly use this formula. We also have it for 3 by 3, but it's very consuming to that one. Look, for 3 by 3, they have this formula. It means you have to find the determinant of 3 by 3 for each and then plug into this. I kind of delete that, as I said, because it's a time consuming. So you don't have any homework on this subject, okay? Because it just takes a lot of time to do it. Unless you want to use the calculator, and the calculator would show you how to use the operation, but it is not covered in your test or anything else, because as I said, it takes a long time to do it if you want to do hand calculations, okay?